Hey, I'm Hugh, and I make videos about scam products, scams, and ripoffs in general. And today we're going to be talking about super brand tools because they're right up in there with all three of those things. All right, I've seen 3 different commercials for their products. Their website has a few more. They have the super socket, they have the super gauge, the super mini chainsaw, the super ratchet, which I couldn't even click on the website, and the super pruners. All these tools are extremely overpriced, at least $100 or 3 times the amount they are actually worth. The super saw is a mini 24-volt cordless chainsaw. It can cut branches up to 3 inches wide, and it's only good for things you can reach, unlike a pole trimmer, and it's only good for small things, like small branches. You're not going to be using it to do any finish cuts like this guy does on tongue and groove boards or on molding with a chainsaw. I mean, look at the fibers on the end there, man. You're going to be sanding that for days. Plus, it's a rough cut. It is not an accurate cut. Look at this guy cutting a 2x4. He cuts it crooked. And this is the demonstration video to show how it works. You're not only going to be cutting tree branches with this. You're not going to be cutting any other wood for any other finish work unless it's hidden, because the ends on this thing and the cuts you're going to be making with a chainsaw are not going to be pretty. All right, you're not going to see the look of surprise when you save somebody 100 hours when you give it to them. The look that you're going to see in your face is, oh great, another tool that I'm never going to use and have to pretend that I like. Thanks, honey. So don't buy them a super saw. The super gauge, they're claiming, is this new revolutionary product made by an engineer at a former construction company because there's so much waste in construction. Dude, this thing is a contour gauge. They've been around forever. The only thing different about his is that his, they make them out of plastic now. They used to make them out of little metal pins, but now they make them out of plastic. This isn't a super gauge because this is a Harbor Freight $10 contour gauge because they're not the only ones that make it. These things have been made forever and they're cheap as crap. They're $10. They're not $30 or $40 for a super gauge, and they're not going to replace 90% of your measuring tools. Holy crap, I couldn't imagine carrying this thing around in my pocket all day. I do construction. I've used one of these 3 times in the past 2 years. I used it to do some tongue and groove matched to a natural stone chimney, and I used it to do a tile floor that had rounded corners in a straw bale house. And I can't remember the other time, maybe it was around a toilet or something. But unless you're doing flooring all day or doing some weird other stuff, you're barely gonna use this. So don't buy this for the DIY guy in your house unless you're gonna be doing a flooring job. That's pretty much the only time that this thing is useful. And even then, most of the time flooring has like molding around the edges. It has trim, so like it covers up the edges. If you're doing a floating floor, that floor needs to float anyway, so it's gonna have some gaps on either side. You don't buy one of these for somebody for $30. Go buy them a $10 one at Harbor Freight or a $10 one at Home Depot or Lowe's. They sell them everywhere because they're contour gauges. They've been around forever. Anyway, so the other one that I already made a video about is the super socket. It's just a rebranded gator grip that's been around for 25 years, and they're saying it's going to replace your entire toolbox. No, it's going to strip the heads off your bolts. And then they got these super pruners, like in the super socket, or the super ratchet. I couldn't even click on it. It said not found on their website. And they're, all these products, the saw is a $63 saw on Amazon. It's not worth $160 or whatever. It's literally the exact same product. And you could tell they even blurred out the name in the stock footage that they were showing you because that's not even the super saw. That's just a generic 24-volt rechargeable chainsaw. The contour gauge, like I said, these things, $10, this is just some pieces of plastic. These things are cheap. They're magnets and a piece of plastic. You're not going to replace your tool. If you need one, get one for $10 at any other store. Don't support scammers. These guys are lying. They're making up backstories. They're trying to trick people who don't know much about tools into buying tools for people that use tools because they think that this will help them, and it won't. Don't buy super brand tools. If you want to buy a gift for your husband or your boyfriend or somebody who does yard work or something, ask them what they want and buy it from a reputable store with a warranty. That you don't have to buy crap from these revolutionary products that are taking over the industry with computer-generated voices and fake paid reviews. And this is a scam. They're lying about these products so they can sell them and make money. All right, I appreciate it. You have a good day.